book. Give a small donation. Read it. By the way, we have a little bookmarker here, you see, which we would like you to read the book and fill it out. Yeah? But if you're into it, we can fill it out preliminarily, one now, and you can send another one later on after you finish reading the book. So you get their John Hancock, you get their signature, you get their address, you get their email, you get their phone number. Yeah. And would you like more such books like that? Sure. We'll send you our newsletter. Yeah, right. And this way, the Sankirtan devotees coming back have got something to hand, receptionist, or whoever's in charge of the Contact Sankirtan database. Now that's important because you're actually giving them books and reeling them in that will give you more books. And if you have any question about this book, you can call me 24/7. And if you're a girl, then here's the phone number of one of the lady counselors or the Sankirtan leader in the Madhajis. She'll help you out understanding this book. Like that. So this way, we were trying to help those jivas according to their brain substance. Like that. And if they were dumb, if they were really dumb, sometimes we met them. They were really dumb. Then we would just take some donation from them, give them one book, and tell them to come. Some devotees even took prasadam with them on Sankirtan. They would hand out ladus in plastic bags, cookies in plastic bags. Here, take this sweet. Here, along with this book, we'll give you this sweet. We'll give you this cookie. We'll give you this thing like that. If you're too dumb to understand spiritual life, it may be because of accumulating of sinful activities, because of eating horrible things. As Narottam Thakur Mahasaya says, Kardarya Bhakshan Kori, Tara Janma Adyapati Yai. Nana Joni Brahman Kori, Kardarya Bhakshan Kori, Tara Janma Adyapati Yai. Such persons who are devoid of Krishna consciousness, he says, they, Nana Joni Brahman Kori, they travel throughout various existences in life. Kardarya Bhakshan Kori, and they eat all types of disgusting things. Tara Janma Adyapatiyai. This way their life is fallen and getting worse. So these people are fallen and getting worse. A lot of their funds is generated sinfully and spent sinfully. And they're maintaining their bodies sinfully and eating sinful things that are not offered to Krishna and offerable to Krishna. So they're simply going down, 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 and further with every bite, with every step. They're simply furthering themselves in karmic paths. So the marathon meant trying to help these jivas somehow or another. Take a book, take a sweet, take a cookie, visit our temple, something like that. And the devotees that are doing stay-back work, service for somebody else, so that it frees up some more manpower from the temple to go out and pass out some books. The caveat should be, I'll do this for you, but you must reciprocate and tell me some stories on how you're doing. Meeting some sweeties out there, some successes. You see, because this way it'll motivate me to continue to serve you, to continue to help you out. That I'm getting stories from you, that any successes you got from different people. So that's the idea. That way, I feel good that I'm pulling some extra service for you. So you're reciprocating with me by telling me some sweet stories about some sweet people you met. And the sweet people that you met, if you had one sweetie, person said, gee, I've been waiting for you guys. I've been looking for this book. This book is really what I've been looking for. You get one sweetie like that, and that's enough to keep you going for 200 no's. You'll get a lot of no's out there. But if you get one sweetie, that allows you to stay immunized against 200 no's. It just simply becomes Padma Patra Mavambasa. Just like a drop of water lands on a leaf and falls off. It's the same thing. Doesn't blow your mind. All right, the guy said no, big deal, you know. Some devotees were even so compassionate. Even if they said no, they would say, all right, Hare Krishna, let them hear something, you know. Or somebody would say, at least could you say Hare Krishna? At least could you say Gauranga? Like in Scotland, he would answer the phone, Gauranga, Buses would have Gauranga, At least they get some Agyata Sukrita. All right, they don't have, if they say the name of the Supreme Lord, and if they eat a sweet or something, they're getting Agyata Sukrita that may develop in the future, that they'll be able to take a book. And then the book will later on blow up in their face a little more. They'll get to do some security, they'll come to the restaurant, they'll take some prasadam, they'll be able to do more. Security will develop. That's the idea. By getting them to chant Krishna's name, getting them to eat a little prasadam. This is why devotees kept prasadam sweets and wrapped up in plastic, in their bag. And if you keep dry fruit sweets, well, dry fruit sweets in your Sankirtan bag, you can keep them for a whole month. Which means, at the end of the day, you're so fried, you're so tired, you just want to crash. And you don't got time to empty your Sankirtan bag at all. So when you have dry fruit sweets that have been offered to the deity, nicely bagged, like that, peanuts and raisins, stuff like that, then it's not going to go bad. So it can stay for 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, like that, in my Sankirtan bag. It's not going to go bad. They'll get a little mashed, but that's okay, Doesn't matter, as long as they don't go bad, Cookies are another story. They'll get smashed, and they'll turn into crumbs, and nobody loves it. Nobody likes it when the cookie goes. If you get a smashed dry fruit sweet, that's not a big deal. Or peanuts and raisins, they're basically whole, and they can get a little mashed and it doesn't matter, But cookies, oh man, cookies, they got to stay whole, Cookies are for Harinam Sankirtan, Like that. You're hoping that the Harinam Sankirtan during the marathon will help those people that are too sinful to take books, too sinful to give a donation, too sinful, like that. The Harinam will help them. The Harinam will help them. A little prasadam will help them to build their Agyata Sukrita, unknowing accumulation of pious credits by which they can become better. Then the next thing is, what about us? Well, okay, there were so many devotees that were shooting stars. They distributed a lot of books, but they themselves were not hearing and chanting enough. So they became shooting stars. They did a lot during the marathons, but they blew it. They entered the material energy afterwards. They were not very stable in their life. Stability is what we're really looking after. Therefore, not big numbers like that. Stability is what you're looking after. So don't kill yourself during the marathon. Don't weaken yourself to the extent that your sadhana goes down and the senses become extraordinarily strong. The senses are already balavan. And the famous story is Vidvamsam Apikarshati. Famous story. Vyasadeva divided all the Vedas up and gave it to his various disciples. The Dharma Shastras he gave to Jaimini Rishi. So Jaimini Rishi came across this quote. It's also in 9th canto. I think it's 9th canto, chapter 6. That matra swastra trihitra va navivektasano bhavet Balavanandriya Gramam Vidvam Samba Vikarshati. You should not sit in a lonely place with your mother, sister, or daughter, because the sense is so strong, even a scholar will become affected. So Jaimini thought, Vidvam Sam Apikarshati. If a scholar is affected, then this flies in the face of all the Sukriti that they got, all the good qualities they got from their Guru Maharaj, from their Guru Bhaya, their association. This means that it's all pure. It's all useless. Your Guru Maharaj is useless. Your Sangha is useless. How could it be? So he thought, Vidvam Sam Navikarshati. That would be more logical. Vidvam Sam Navikarshati. A saintly person, if he's actually controlled, he has a guru, he has good association. How could he fall prey to the illusory energy? Vidvam Sam Navikarshati. Then he was thinking like that, as his mind contemplated the shloka. He was thinking, this is incorrect. Vidvam Sam Navikarshati. How could it be api? So he's thinking like that. And as he's contemplating it, he's getting stronger and stronger in his conviction. Just then, there was a rainstorm outside his kuti. Big rainstorm happened. And somebody was knocking on the door. A young girl from the village, Rishi Ji, I've come from the village. My mother sent me down to the river to collect water. And the rain has come in between. So, can I come inside and get away from the rain? Yes, you may. And her sari was wet from the rain, which meant that the wet sari was sticking to her parts of her body. Who are you? You're the daughter of who? Who was your father? Oh, you're unmarried. Oh, you're available. Oh, actually, I need somebody. I need a wife anyway. Maybe you should marry me, Janani said. So he grabbed the girl by the hand. And the girl thought, well, it would be better if you would talk to my father. You know, really. If you would talk to my father and discuss this with him. If my father agrees, I got no objections. But he was so attracted to the girl that he said, let the fire, the Havan fire, along with Agni's wife, Swaha, let this couple be the witness of our engagement. So he was circumambulating the fire 7 times with this girl in tow. And evidently, she must have been a bit freaked. You know, she wasn't really into the idea, you know. She was more or less kind of pulled along, okay? And all of a sudden, an Akashvani news bulletin, oracle from the sky, calls out, Vidbam Sam, now Bikarshati. And then all of a sudden, Jaimini starts, he's got this girl by the hand, and he's going, oh God, it's happened. So he's closed his eyes in pain. And the Kashvani comes out again, Vidbam Sam, now Bikarshati. Oh God, oh, Vidbam Sam, now Bikarshati. And he opens his eyes, and the girl was his spiritual master, Vyasati. Guru Maharaj, you're right. Vidvam Sam Abikarshati.